Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence.
From Homestead Media, this is HHS In-Depth.
Now on HHS In-Depth, we'll take a look at the proposed Allen County Quarry and the school board's effort to stop it.
Plus, you'll learn about two student ventures of managing their very own window washing business.
And we'll get you caught up with everything you need to know about Prom 2026, which takes place in 2 weeks.
Later on, I'll be in to let you know how cold this weekend is gonna get.
And I'll be back later on to catch you up on everything performing arts.
All that and so much more
coming up today on HHS In-Depth.
Hello, Homestead. It's Friday, April 20th, and thank you for joining us today on HHS In-Depth. I'm Anelia Ribka.
And I'm Madison Rosine. And you know, Anelia, recently driving by Homestead, I've seen a lot of signs, but I have no idea what they are for.
Yeah, me too, Madison. Well, luckily, here at Homestead, many of you may have seen the anti-quarry signs posted across the Southwest District, stating to stop the quarry on Homestead Road to protect the community. Now, Sachs has decided to take a stance on this issue and release an official opposition to the proposed quarry development near a district elementary school. Reporter Emma Newberry has more on this story.
I'm standing in Lafayette Meadows Elementary School's Environmental Center, which looks over this vast cornfield behind me. A quarry may be dug here in the near future, proposing health concerns for both Sachs students and staff.
The opposition towards the quarry is rooted in the school district's belief that the quarry and all of the pieces associated with it, from blasting to noise and the potential for pollutants, etc., would have an adverse impact on Lafayette Meadows Elementary School.
The Sachs School Board has a set of guidelines which determine whether they need to speak out on a proposed development. One of those guidelines is how the construction would affect the overall safety of students.
We have lots of students here at Homestead that live in Lafayette Township, and that area of our district will look a lot different should there be a quarry there with truck traffic and that ground becoming a large hole with blasting.
There are many protests against this quarry going on currently, even one that will soon move to Homestead.
This is not a school-affiliated group, but there is an anti-quarry group that is meeting on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. That group has been using Lafayette Meadows as a location for their meetings. It's my understanding that location may be shifting here to Homestead into the auditorium Tuesdays at 7 p.m. That's open to the public.
As of right now, we do not have a definite answer on if or if not the quarry will be coming to Southwest, as the vote is not until at least mid-May. Emma Newberry, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Emma, for the story.
And now we go beyond Homestead.
Artemis II's integrity successfully splashed down in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Diego last Friday night. This mission served as a major test flight for NASA's Orion spacecraft and future missions aimed at returning astronauts to the moon. It also marked the first time humans have traveled beyond low Earth orbit since 1972. The crew flew around the moon and set a new record for the farthest distance humans have ever traveled from Earth. The diverse crew also made history, including the first woman, the first person of color, and the first non-American to complete a mission this far into space. In local news, Sweetwater is supplying instruments and music equipment to 34 public schools across 20 states and Washington, D.C., including 3 schools here in Northeast Indiana. The recipients were selected through the National Instrument Fund and a program created in partnership with the nonprofit Music Will. The initiative helps under-resourced schools start or expand music programs by addressing the lack of instruments, one of the biggest barriers to music education. More than 300 schools applied, highlighting the strong demand for increased access to the arts. Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come.
April is Autism Awareness Month, a time dedicated to raising awareness and celebrating the strengths of individuals on the autism spectrum. It is an opportunity to encourage acceptance and support for people in our schools and communities. 1 in 36 children are identified with autism, and Autism Awareness Month was first introduced by President Ronald Reagan in 1988 and continues to remind people of the importance of kindness, respect, and inclusion for everyone. Let's use this month as a reminder to be more understanding and inclusive.
Welcome back to HHS In-Depth.
One of Homestead's most exciting events is right around the corner. Reporter Kenley Sugar has everything you need to know about Prom 2026.
This year's prom will be on May 2nd at the Grand Wayne Center from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., with the theme being At Last I See the Light. Tickets will go on sale during all lunches starting Monday, April 20th. Ticket prices will start at $30, then increase to $35 from the 25th to the 27th. Then they will rise to the final price of $40 at the door. Please keep your tickets in a safe place as the student government cannot refund a lost ticket. Also, make sure to bring a valid student ID with you to prom to be allowed entrance. If you forget, you'll have to stand in a separate line to have a teacher confirm your PowerSchool account. If you lost your ID, you can purchase a new one for $5 from Mrs. Baker at the Student Help Desk. Remember, students, prom is for juniors and seniors only. Freshmen and sophomores are only allowed to attend prom if they are the guest of and accompanied by a junior or senior. Finally, Spartans, remember to be safe, make smart choices, and most importantly, have fun. Kenley Sugar, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Kenley. If you plan to bring a guest to prom on Saturday, May 2nd, you'll need to complete a guest request form. Forms are available in the discipline office or on the Homestead website and require multiple signatures, so be sure to plan ahead. All completed forms must be turned in by 3 p.m. on Friday, April 24th. No late submissions will be accepted.
Recently, a Homestead swimmer earned a spot among the top 10 in the nation for his age group in the 100-yard breaststroke, posting an impressive 54.94 seconds, ranking him 7th in the country.
I think seeing success from other kids in the country and seeing my friends move on has been like a big motivator for me, and like that makes me hungry for more. And that makes me want to continue to break records, continue to win, and continue to like be in the top 10. It pushes me to be number 1.
Congratulations to Josiah and best of luck as you continue your swim journey.
The annual Spring Arts Gallery is back, showcasing student talent, creativity, hard work through paintings, drawings, and photography. Taylor Diamond brings us more on the event.
Spring Arts Week is something that all of us here in the Spartan Visual Arts Department look forward to every single year. It's a lot of work, but lots of love behind all of that work. It's truly an honor to get to celebrate all of our students.
For many artists, this event is more than just a showcase. It's a chance to express themselves and share their perspective with the community.
I think the Spring Art Gallery brings our school together in a really special and unique way. I hear so many teachers comment on students that may be the quiet ones in their classrooms. like, I had no idea that so-and-so could draw like this or that had this talent. We have so many amazing kids here at Homestead with undiscovered, untapped talents in so many various areas, and art is just one of those unique talents. And so this is just one way that we can see some of those unique talents, and I'm really proud to be a part of that.
The gallery will be open during school hours starting Monday. The annual NHS Coffee House will take place next Wednesday evening from 6 to 8 p.m., so don't miss your chance to support student artists and experience the creativity our school has to offer.
The Homestead Robotics team 4982 has qualified for the state competition this weekend, using last year's experience as a motivation for a strong return this season.
It just feels amazing to come back from such a low point and to show that 4982 is a good team. We just need the time and the experience to help us get there.
With a strong performance at the state, the team has a chance to advance to the World Championship for the first time since 2014.
This weekend, IMTF will present the musical Falsettos at their headquarters, featuring a mix of humor, heartfelt moments, and a powerful message about family. Homestead junior Quinn Bremer stars as the only high school student in an adult cast.
I love how small the cast is. I love the intimacy of it. And I didn't know a lot of the people in my cast. I knew of them. I'd seen them in shows, but I didn't know them personally. And so getting to know them and getting to bond with them has been an amazing part of the experience. It's such a touching and beautiful story, and I think everyone could benefit from seeing it. And it's funny. There are some really funny moments. There's been that you'll laugh, you'll cry. When it's over, you'll be like, oh my God, I feel like a changed person. And it's honestly been such a beautiful experience.
If you're interested in seeing falsettos, make sure to stop by the St. Francis Art Building this weekend on Friday or Saturday at 7:30 p.m. or even Sunday at 2 p.m. Tickets can be found online at IMTF's website or at the door for $25. Falsettos is also running next weekend with the same dates and times, so don't miss this incredible show.
Soda Club will host an American Red Cross blood drive on April 20th from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the Gray Box. Scan the QR code on flyers around the school to sign up. Donors must be at least 16 years old by April 20th, and any 16-year-old donors must have a completed parental consent form.
Results are in from the canned food drive that wrapped up just before spring break. Congratulations to the top classrooms, Mrs. Witt in first place, Mr. Pickett in second, and Mrs. Merkling in third. This year's drive collected more than 6,000 cans, totaling 6,426 pounds, more than doubling last year's 2,783 pounds. All donations went to support the Community Harvest Food Bank.
Cap and gown orders will be distributed during all lunches on Wednesday, April 22nd and Thursday, April 23rd. Representatives from Joston will be located in Door 1 hallway outside the cafeteria from 11:12 a.m. to 12:42 p.m. And students should plan to pick up their orders at that time. If you're a senior not on campus during lunch, check at Door 1 and proceed to the cafeteria. Early graduates should check in at door 33 off Homestead Road. If you're unable to pick up your order on those dates, please arrange for a family member to do so.
While many Homestead students have jobs, 2 sophomores have taken it a step further by creating and running their own window washing business, which has been operating for about a year. Reporter Michael Foxworthy has more on their story.
You might have seen these signs outside the school advertising a business called Spartan Window Cleaning. But you might be interested to learn about the history of this business and the Spartans who started it.
So we started last year, kind of got the idea towards the end of the school year, just wanted to start up a business, so we decided, why not window cleaning?
And we thought about car detailing and lawn care, but we really came to the conclusion that we're going to do window cleaning because it was the most unsaturated over in the Fort Wayne area.
After starting their business in April of last year, Gabe and Nick have been steadily working since then to grow their business.
Right now we use different equipment. It's not your regular mop and squeegee. It is a water-fed pole with a purified water tank.
It purifies the water to a perfect 0 pH and just gets the windows clear without no streaks or anything.
Although they do not want to pursue this business after high school, Gabe and Nick are planning on keeping Spartan window cleaning open for the foreseeable future.
I do enjoy window cleaning. It's not necessarily the cleaning itself, but it's just meeting with the new customers and just building a relationship with everyone.
Spartan window cleaning can be found on Instagram or on their own website, spartyshine.com. Michael Foxworthy, HHS In-Depth.
Thanks, Michael, for the story.
You know, Madison, this past week has been super hot. I've been getting to my car, my AC is broken, and it's really terrible for me.
You know, I personally like the heat, and I'm kind of hoping it stays. Lucky for us, reporter Alice Ford is here to tell us more what we can expect.
Well, luckily for you, the heat will be here for a little bit longer, but then it'll cool down by Sunday. Today, the warm weather brings a high of 76 degrees and low chances of rain. The temperature then dips down to 49 degrees tonight. Tomorrow offers a high of 66 degrees before dropping 30 degrees to a chilly 36 for the night. Tomorrow also brings a 75% chance of rain and winds up to 19 miles per hour, so make sure to wear a raincoat if you plan to go outside. Sunday poses as the coldest day this weekend with a high of just 48 degrees and a low of 35. While partly sunny with a very low chance of rain, the 18-mile-per-hour winds will make the temperature seem even colder than it actually is, so make sure to stay warm. Even while this week brought warm weather of summer, Mother Nature is here to remind us that summer isn't here for good yet. Alice Ford, HHS In-Depth.
Thank you, Alice, for filling us in on this weekend's forecast.
Stick around, more HHS In-Depth is still to come, including an all-new Behind the Curtain with Kayshan Johnston coming up next.
Next week, reporter Olivia Butler brings us a story on the new 3 SEALs diploma. Be sure to catch that story and much more next week on HHS In-Depth.
Welcome to Behind the Curtain. I'm Kayshan Johnston, and these past 2 weeks were very eventful for the Performing Arts Department. We'll start off with Homestead's first community night last Thursday. This event featured the same groups present at the convocation, with performances from some of the bands, orchestra, dance teams, and show choirs. This event was started to allow students to perform for parents and family, and also practice for the convocation the following day. This convocation consisted of 2 sessions, both in the morning. These sessions allowed those same groups to perform for the student body and encourage recognition. In the percussion world, Homestead's indoor percussion team had an amazing season and placed first in WGI for the first time ever, moving them up from a scholastic class to open class. Indoor percussion has evolved into a large-scale show, and they continue to make firsts for their program and have had lots of success. Most recently, they have shifted their symbol line into a visual line, using lots of dancing and visual cues to contribute to the overall show theme.
If you would have told me at the start of the season that we would have won a WGI championship, I would have thought you were crazy. It was probably one of the biggest changes this season, was just the visual line. In my opinion, I think it adds a lot more to our show, and you're just able to be a lot more free, and especially with this year having a lot more props, they're able to just do a lot more and contribute a lot more.
With the transformation of this program, be sure to catch their show next winter. In other WGI news, Homestead's Winter Guard competed during an overnight trip last weekend, competing in their first WGI competition. Congratulations to the Winter Guard for scoring an 82.6, which is the highest this season. Next up, last Wednesday and Thursday, the concert bands and orchestra visited PFW to play their songs and receive feedback in a fun midday field trip. These same concert bands and color guard also had their Performing Arts Awards ceremony on Monday, handing out awards and giving students graduation-like recognition on stage. That wraps up these past couple weeks of Performing Arts. For more updates, be on the lookout for future Performing Arts on the next edition of Behind the Curtain. Kayshan Johnston, HHS In-Depth. Madison and Anelia, back to you.
Thank you, Kaysen, and thank you all for watching our show today.
Make sure to keep up with our socials on the latest Homestead news.
We look forward to seeing you again next week for another episode of HHS In-Depth.
Enjoy your weekend, Homestead.